His winter vacation had started, and we were excited about our big bucket list item trip for a while. We reached the airport about a couple of hours ahead, anticipating the holiday crowd. The winter weather hadn't kicked in full gear, so it was very pleasant outside. We were scantily dressed for winter, anticipating the hot, humid Hawaiian weather with just sweatshirts for inside the plane. We leisurely strolled around the airport after checking in our baggage and caught up on some snacks and coffee before we settled in our gate area, thinking about the fun activities in store for us at this exotic destination we had been long waiting to visit. It was a smooth, uneventful 5 hour ride from SFO to Kona.
Ooh, look at this big engine.
It was fun getting down the flight of stairs into the open, warm Hawaiian breeze late into the evening. Brought memories of the air travel back in the day without the concourse bridge connecting the flight to the concourse.
So Rafi and Mama are pretty upbeat the first morning.
This is so cool.
And Rafi figured that there's this beautiful patio outside overlooking the golf course, which we're going to take some drone shots of later in the day. But right now, we are off to get some breakfast and some supplies.
Eager to try some local coffee and breakfast, we set out on foot to enjoy the warm Hawaiian weather in the morning. The roads and infrastructure looked quite like in the mainland US, but the landscape clearly stood out. Beautiful tropical palm trees and flowers all around.
Off to get some grocery. Kyo. I don't know how to pronounce that, but
It was a quick 10-minute walk to the nearest local produce store. Lots of fruits and veggies pouched in. We got back to the hotel and then went to Walmart for other supplies for the rest of the long week stay. About 6.5 miles away, it took us almost half an hour with the laid back traffic and the easy pace out there at Hawaii. What we were not prepared for was a sudden thunderstorm with intermittent heavy rains that afternoon, well into the night. We thought it was best to wait it out in our hotel until nature wents it out completely. With some fresh coffee brewed, we spent the afternoon in the patio gazing into the empty green golf course. We would get indoors when the wind and rain picked up. I would pull out my drone for quick shots when there were pockets of dry air. As soon as the rain and wind eased out, we hit out to the nearest beach, Kahalu'u Beach Park. We knew we had a very short pocket of time before the thunderstorm would roar back, so we had to make it quick, and as they say, make hay while the sun shines. And we did just that.
areas where we can just have a short dip and try to snorkel and things like that. Lots of kids. It's a pretty kid-friendly place, looks like.
We did not waste any precious time, got into the water as soon as we reached there. It was not as warm as we thought it would be, but it wasn't very cold either. We were all eager to try our new snorkeling gear that Gigi researched and bought. It took us a few tries before we each got the hang of the dipping and breathing patterns underwater. Gigi did an excellent job of figuring out the right gear for us. Even Rafi could get it easily and started enjoying the treasures underwater.
Hey, gosh, there are some sharp things under the water that will poke you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got to be careful. Ravi, so this thing is all fogged up. Don't touch it.
The waters were shallow, well into the ocean, This would put us at ease while we figured out the snorkeling routine. There were some coral formations underneath and a wide variety of fishes to feast our eyes at. I came prepared with waterproof casing for my camera so I could capture it all underneath the water to enjoy for later. There were a lot of sea urchins with sharp spikes and some sharp edged rocks at a few spots. Gigi and I had to endure a few bruises while we were under the water. Rafi somehow was most careful among us and came unscathed. Gigi got Rafi some floats for his arms so that he would start swimming in shallow waters and start getting comfortable with the water before he goes slightly deeper and get more comfortable into the deeper waters. After spending some time in the water, I decided to take the aerial route and check out the landscape from up above. There were very few people considering such a beautiful spot to enjoy the shallow waters. But later, when we passed by this spot again, we found out that this is a very popular and heavily crowded spot. We just got lucky today as it was a stormy, rainy day that kept the crowds mostly indoors.